I'll tell Bayindir for Andre Onana. That should be the first change Ruben Amorim makes as Man United takes on Newcastle in the English Premier League tomorrow. Welcome to the United of Sport. My name is Webb, and here is a match preview. I will give you my prediction as well, and of course, we will properly get in the mood for this important game. Now, first of all, there has been a lot going on, guys, about how Ruben Amorim rotates his players, especially the captain. And even in the press conference, in the pre-match press conference, he was asked about whether or not he plans to rest Bruno Fernandes. And he said, of course, he will sit down with the entire staff, the team, look at stats and data, and based on that to see if they really can rest the captain. But on the other side, he says there are certain players who recover by playing. And Bruno is one of those. He needs no rest, body rest. All he needs is to be on the pitch playing. That's why he has not missed a single minute for Manchester United since the Newcastle game, the previous fixture, where he had been suspended. So Bruno is always there to play for the team. He has played nearly 4,070 minutes out of a possible 4,400 something. So he has played insane minutes this season for Manchester United, and he's still going. But clearly, what we saw in the previous game is that most of the players were tired. I thought there was a bit of fatigue. Maybe the 3 days they have had will be enough for them to recover and be ready to put on a good game against Newcastle tomorrow. But I think the thing of fatigue is really there. And you perhaps expect certain players to be rested. I look at players like Manuel Ugarte. I don't see him 100%. Casemiro, I thought as well. Casemiro is also not 100%. He, I think, is a bit fatigued. For some players, it's even both physical and mental fatigue. You look at a player like Rasmus Højlund, the physique and the mental part of his game is really not right there. You expect maybe Joshua Zirkzee to start ahead of him. So these are some of the few changes you expect to see. Well, there are certain players you look at and you're like, really, the positions they play, there is no backup, there is no plan B. But certainly that's not the goalkeeping department, and that's where my focus for this video is. Should Andre Onana be starting again against Newcastle? What do you consider first now if you're Ruben Amorim? Is it protecting the mentality or the confidence of Andre Onana, or is it doing what is right for the team? And that again for me goes back to his management style and what the priorities are, how he views things right now. If Amorim has indeed decided that Andre Onana is not going to stay as the number one next season, then he probably loses nothing by doing the right thing, the popular thing, which would be to drop Onana and start out El Bayindir in goal. And no one will care. And it's not to say that Bayindir is a goalkeeper, is a far better goalkeeper than Andre Onana. Maybe there is not a huge difference between the two. But the reality is, Onana right now is not it. He's not it. He's playing in his head. It's messing him up badly. He cannot really be trusted. In a game where you're going to face a striker like Alexander Isak, you're going to face the likes of Anthony Gordon, you're facing Joe Linton, all these smart Newcastle chaps, you certainly need to be on your best behavior. Onana is way off that. So for me, it's the perfect time to bring in Altel Bayindir. He has been out for some time, probably hungry for minutes. He wants to be playing. In fact, it is understood that he will be pushing to leave Man United in the summer as he looks to get more playing time elsewhere. Now, if you really know the player is hungry to play, he wants to be there, he's dying to be on the pitch, then if Onana is not performing, the fans out there are calling for his head. If players are disrespecting him, if he's making baby mistakes like he did, rest him. No one will say you failed him, because indeed you're doing what is right for the team. And that, for me, that's what I think. If I'm a manager, and I do know that sometimes you've got to balance, you've got to have the emotional intelligence not to destroy a player, to protect them. And yes, I think Onana will not wake up any day and say any Man United manager, be it Ten Hag who bought him or Amorim himself, no Man United manager has not trusted or has not backed and given the chance and supported Andre Onana. I think Onana's failures will be just all about him. His failures will be all about him and maybe lack or a lack of it. But he cannot fault Amorim if he benched him for the remainder of the season. He cannot fault him if he benched him out of Man United. He cannot fault him because Amorim has given him the opportunities. He has backed him publicly. He has supported him. he has made him feel like he's better than he really is. And even when former Amorim teammates are attacking him for fun, he's still backing him. So for me, I think it cannot be about pleasing Andrew Nana anymore. It's about doing the right thing, but also the popular thing, because I mean the fans are not going to travel to Howlers to travel and just go and say Andrew Nana have another stinker. Under the watch of Amorim. Try to do something about it. Bayindir is there. He had a good few games before he fell off injured. Bring him back. If he fails, people will see it. Put it back on Nana. But there is reason right now for that bullet to be pulled, and for Andrew Nana to be on the bench. The trigger has got to be pulled now. For me, that's my honest opinion. Pull the trigger, Amorim. Pull the trigger. And no hard feelings about Onana, but it's just, I mean, guys, we've all backed him. I was one of those people who said Onana is a world-class goal. I try to back him against logic, but clearly now he has failed himself. Luck is not on his side. The psychology is fact. Everything is wrong for Andrew Onana. He has just got to rest and maybe try to hope things will turn better later on. So that's the one major change I expect to see. So my probable starting 11 for this one is of course Bayindir in goal. I'll go backline. Mazraoui never benched. I don't see fatigue affecting Mazraoui in any way. The backline I think was firm and solid. So Mazraoui, Maguire, and Yoro, I think. Then in the middle, I don't want. Whereas I think Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro deserve to be rested. At least one of them. Casemiro, I think, should be rested. I think he cannot run no more. He needs a bit of maybe because there is no Collier. Then I think Ugarte will start in the middle with Bruno. Then of course Dogu out wide, hoping he can improve on a few things. Then Dalo on the right. Then have Zaxi up top. Then Ganacho and Kobe. Ganacho and Kobe behind Zaxi. For me, that's my probable starting 11 for the game. Prediction, I'll give it to you later. That's what I think for now. Subscribe, like, and share. This is the United of Sport, and let me know what you think. Should Bayindir come and start